don't want my dad to work nights anymore. I want him to come help me when I have a bad dream.
Your dad might have to work during the night, but remember, Jesus will always be with you if you get scared. Are you afraid of the dark? My name is Zach, and this is Keys for Kids. You know, I used to be afraid of the dark. When I was little, I needed 2 nightlights in my room just so I could sleep. If you're like that too, I want you to remember something important. No matter where you are or what you're doing, and even if you're asleep, God is always with you. You're never alone. Maybe David was afraid when he wrote this in Psalm 4:8. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Let's listen to our story now. It's called God in the Night. Adrianna didn't want her dad to leave. She wished he didn't have to work nights. She frowned when he told her it was time to get ready for bed. She got into her pajamas and brushed her teeth. When she went to her bedroom, she found her dad there holding a framed picture. "What's that?" asked Adrianna. "I thought you might like to have this," said Dad, setting the picture on the table next to Adrianna's bed. "Who do you see in the picture?" "Jesus and a bunch of kids." Dad nodded toward Adrianna's bed, and she quickly climbed into it. Dad knelt down beside it, his gaze on the picture. This can help you remember that Jesus is always with you. He's with you in the night when you get a case of the scaries. Adrianna frowned. "I want you to be here. I want you to come in when I have a bad dream." "I know, but that's not happening right now." Dad touched her lightly on the head. "I need to go to work, but you still have your mom, and you'll have Jesus." He nodded toward the picture. "The Bible talks about how we can cry out to God in the night," Dad said. Many people did that in the Bible. When they felt scared or hurt, they cried out to God because they knew He was there. "What if He's sleeping?" Adrianna asked. "You always wake up when I need you." "God doesn't sleep," Dad said. "What if He's busy? You always tell me that you'll come even if you're busy." Dad smiled. "God doesn't get too busy to take care of us, sweetheart. Jesus promises to always be with those who trust in Him and take care of them. Nothing will stop Him from doing that." "I wish you could be here too," said Adrianna. "I know," Dad said. "I'll come back soon. While I'm gone, try crying out to God when you're scared in the night, okay?" "Okay." Adrianna turned to look at the picture. "Dad, before you leave, can you put this picture on my wall so I can see it better? I want to remember that Jesus is always with me." Dad nodded. "I'll go get a hammer." So what about you? Do you ever wake up afraid in the night? Do you find it hard to fall asleep because of all that's in your head? Have you tried crying out to God? If you know Jesus, He is with you day and night. You can turn to Him anytime you feel afraid or alone. He's always there, and He will hear you and help you. You can sleep peacefully in His care. Our key verse is Psalm 4:8.
In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety.
And our key thought today, Jesus is there in the night.
Hey, Zach, how do you remember that God is in control?
Hi, Elizabeth. That's a great question, and it makes me think of what Moses said to the Israelites in Deuteronomy 8:2. He said, "Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness these 40 years, to humble and test you in order to know what was in your heart." So if you want to remember that God's in control, just look back to what He's done for you in the past. You could use old photos or journal entries or talk to your mom, dad, or grandparents. And then when you see what God's done for you in the past, you'll be reminded that He's still in control of the future. Thanks for asking your question, and keep listening to Keys for Kids and keep reading your Bible. I'm Zach. Thanks for spending time with Keys for Kids.